Happy Monday, everyone. Today we will be watching 3 true horror sleepover stories. Grab a snack and relax. I made the screen dark so you won't miss anything. If you're multitasking. A few weeks ago, a kid from my high school, we'll call him Jack, asked me to help him move to his new house. I didn't have any plans, so I accepted. We worked at his new house all day. Around midnight, we were both really worn out, so Jack let me sleep in his guest bedroom downstairs, because he could tell I didn't want to drive home. We said goodnight. Jack went upstairs to his bedroom and I fell asleep instantly. Around 3 in the morning, I woke up hearing strange noises like footsteps almost, but I was still really tired, so I just assumed it was Jack. I just thought maybe he couldn't sleep, so I just went back to bed. I woke up the next morning and went upstairs. We had breakfast and I told him about the noises, but strangely he thought that it was me making the noises. Then we both got concerned and started checking around the house. We planned of him checking upstairs, and I'll check the basement. I was looking in the basement living room and I saw a little hatch. It wasn't too noticeable, it was something if you look really close you would barely see. I called Jack down and we opened the hatch. Inside was a sleeping bag, soda bottles and cigarette boxes. Thankfully, no one was there. We decided to call the police. Right before they arrived, we heard glass shatter. We ran into the guest bedroom that I was sleeping in and where we heard the noise come from, and we watched some homeless person with a gun barely get away. When the police arrived, we filed a report, but there was nothing we could do. He was already gone. We finished the house, and I went back home. A couple days later, Jack texted me that they caught the man and that he was living in there for weeks, and when he heard us he ran away. I haven't gone back to his house since. It was for sure one of the most scariest moments of my life. When I was about 10 years old, I went to my best friend's house to hang out and have a sleepover. I stayed over at his place all the time, and he occasionally stayed over at my place too. His name was Robert, and he was really into sports. We were on the same football and baseball teams. Robert's dad would always throw us footballs and pitch us baseballs, which was always fun, but this time he was out of town on business. Anyways, on this particular night we played video games like we often did, until Robert's mom came upstairs to Robert's room and tell us it's time for bed. We both got ready for bed, then Robert got in his bed, and I got in my sleeping bag on the floor. I fell asleep pretty quickly, but then woke up some time later. I turned over on my other side, and got comfortable again. It was pitch black, but my eyes slowly adjusted. As they did, I noticed a man in the hallway just outside of Robert's room. I assumed that it was Robert's dad and closed my eyes, and went back to sleep. The next morning, Robert and I got up and had some cereal. He mentioned that his dad was coming back home today, and that's when I suddenly remember about the man I had seen in the hallway last night. It hit me that it couldn't have been Robert's dad since he was out of town. I thought maybe I was dreaming the whole experience, but I really just knew that I wasn't. I told Robert about it and he was really surprised. He told his mom about it too, and after a conversation with me and Robert we decided to look around the house. I don't know if he fully believed me. We went around the house and started seeing if any windows or doors were open. We eventually got to the basement in the spare bedroom that they had. When we looked inside we saw that it was a complete mess. Robert was shocked. He said that they had not left it like this and that the last time he saw it, it didn't look like this. He also said that they didn't use that bedroom much and that the door was usually shut. We both suddenly got the creeps and ran upstairs to tell his mom. She went down, then shortly returned a short time after saying she was calling the police. A little while later the police showed up and searched the house. They didn't find the man, but a window to the basement in the guest bedroom was left open. I don't know if the man was already gone, or if he left when he heard us talking about it. But it appeared he had been living in the guest bedroom for several days. I usually post on Mondays. But I just needed you guys to know that first. That's why I'm not today. But for now on I will.